There we go. Alright, let's do this. My memory is getting a little bit better as I get back in the flow. We're still working on our fortifications. Our food stockpiles are holding okay. Gotta make sure I remember to mute that. Alrighty. Okay, we're good. Hopefully the internet connection holds out okay. Who knows? We'll see what we can do here. Alright. Booze, we're on the decline. Fish, seeds, other, we're doing okay there. We do have some semblance of a military. The problem is, I'm going to rename that. It's Patrol Team 1. Or Patrol Team Alpha, that'll work too. Alrighty, we had gotten our cave entrance discovered. We've got rooms getting cleared out. Trap always good. We need new weapon traps. We've got some underground grazing area stuff. In fact, we need an underground area for our livestock if we so choose. Got space up above for now, though. And it looks like our chopping is moving along. So, hopefully we're okay. We do have a Boyer location. I think I set you for use up some wood and some bone. Also going to need some arrows. Bolts. Should really say bolts versus arrows. We don't really use that there. That'll get us some ammo to work with. They're hauling. This is better. And no sign of any goblins yet. I suppose that's a good thing. And one other thing we can do is Q totem. Already stash those out and about. Alrighty, we need to get some massive smoothing operations going here. Hop over to Dwarf Therapist. And I'm going to give every commoner stone detailing and every soldier stone detailing. I'm not worried about doing engraving yet, so right now we're just trying to get stuff smoothed out and looking halfway decent. So our idler should be, for the most part, not... Aha! The hatching has begun. This is a good thing. Yes, that's gonna bump up our egg count here, hopefully. And if my door thing worked, they won't come spilling out. Even better. There we go. Now we're getting some smooth and moving. The mayor's location is moving along. Nobles. We got one bracelet out of the way. That's not too bad. Let's get the noble a table here. No, I don't want to do that. Let's use the bottom or right one. I need a door there. Build door. Planning mode. We use planning mode just because it will temporarily block that flood fill. So we will do this, and we will assign it to our mayor, who, if I remember right, check Dwarf and Therapist here. He should show up. Captain, manager, bookkeeper, broker. Zephon? No. Ral. Osquanbar. There you are. There. You've got your dining area taken care of. Our artifact, you'll notice, has finally been placed. So everybody hanging out in the dining hall, especially the mayor since he's sitting right next to it, should see that artifact. So all should be good. nicely. Wood's getting deposited. Birds are laying eggs. Let's check our egg stock. We're getting up in guinea hen eggs, but not over the 100 mark yet. We do not want any turkey eggs cooked either. Training axes are almost done. Charcoal jobs are almost done. Bolts and buckets we're still waiting on, but we're not going to get anywhere on that until we get these 2 beds should be done. Let's unsuspend those, see if we get those unstuck. Until we get our fortification done, I have a feeling our carpenters are going to be pretty swamped. So we got plenty of extra barrels lying around, so smooth sailing so far. Smooth sailing. Guys are chilling in the dormitories just fine. I don't want to do a lot of heavy digging until we get all this crap cleared out. I don't want to have 100 million stone jobs just lying around for no reason. We can get them into blocks and we can use them for quick builds or whatever we need to at that point. But although I do have some spare room here, let's get a whole slew of craft dwarf locations going. And just throw a few in here. There. The idea is we can always process all of our excess stone into trade goods and then just get it traded out. Speaking of which, I can set up our auto trade. I have not done that yet. We can go to a stockpile, courtesy of DF Hack, and we can press Shift T for auto trade. So the next time the merchant shows up, anything in that quantum stockpile of ours is going to get tossed out. We don't want any barrels or bins. No bins, no barrels. No bins, no barrels. And it's a short trip, so all of our trade goods stuff. And again, if somebody needs something, they can go pull it from the trade depot. So that's not an issue there. That in of itself is another quantum stockpile. So that'll work too, just fine. And then if we want to manually haul up any excess food, we can do that. We're clearing out our stone there. Ooh, bars are getting hauled. All the better.
I can't do it.
Let's see if we can get some smelting done. We do have hematite and silver. We can also looks like some malachite, alpharite. I get to when you start melting bars, it's going to really ramp up the value of your fortress. So depending on your experience, you may not want to get real heavy into making that. What I would like to see though is some silver. So rather than queue it up on repeat, I'd rather just go smelt and then silver, native silver ore, and let's just go with 30. I like doing it from the job menu just because I don't have to worry about the repeat issue constantly overtaxing people. 30 bars should be more than enough. That should give me 10 more hammers. And because silver is one of the densest metals you can make a weapon out of, normally, you can get a platinum warhammer, but it takes a strange mood. Silver and a warhammer, it's just brutal. So if we can get a couple of those popped out, we're sitting good.
Sir, you can't do that there.
We have another problem. We need to get some armor going here. I don't have a lot of leather yet. What can I make out of shells? Let's go JMQ shell. I can get a helm, gauntlets, leggings. Let's get some helms and see if we can get that. Let's just go 30. Use up any shells we have for helmets. A helmet is better than no helmet. Dwarves' heads are apparently very fragile.
So I hate saying no to you, but no.
Alrighty here. Good, they're starting on the mayor's pad. That's what I was hoping for. Let's get some beds on queue here, just so they'll place them when they get to it. Alright, let's get some cabinets. Lighting mode. And again, we know each wing has 18 rooms in it, so we can just queue them up in little batches of 18 as time permits. Then we need a coffer, so they can put all their socks and crap in there. We are going to need to get a clothing industry. Usually not very important for the first 4 years of game time, but eventually all of their clothing's going to start to rot and wear out, and then they get really pissy about that. With the new stress levels and stuff like that, I don't know how much of an impact that has anymore, but I don't want to take any chances. It's relatively simple to fix. Once you've got enough of those pigtail farms going and stuff like that, then you can keep a tailor pretty busy. Question is where are we going to put all of our shops and manufacturing facilities? So I got to kind of try to figure out how to lay out this fortress a bit. There's a key problem, and that is that every step they take, we get pause. Oops, come here. Wrong screen. There we are. We hit pause, and you can hit like the period to move one frame. It'd be a painful way to actually play the game, but you have to factor in that to go from point A to point B, wherever that setup is going to take time. And when you have to pull a lever to close a bridge or any activities like that, you realize real quick that every step counts. Basically, the more efficient you are with your spacing and layout, it makes the game considerably easier. Now, you don't want to really, you're going to self-throttle your difficulty level as you play, but of all the simple things you can do, paying attention to how far and what path they have to take to get from point A to point B can make the game considerably easier for you. That's why I use like the 3 staircase with the hole in the middle. I can put nice things in that little middle gap. Everybody's going to walk past it, so they're going to get a mood boost out of it if they happen to be into whatever it is, you know, weapon racks, furniture, things of that nature. So just keep that in mind. Comes in handy. Let's unpause that. Alrighty, we got lots of craft spots here. Let's get some more statues on. Ooh, wait, no, you're working on bone bolts. Alright, so we've got all those filled. Good. We're getting some totems built. Not too bad. That's pretty good. Yes, we are aware that you need unrotten milk. Did your buckets ever get built? Yes. Buckets were made. We're still waiting. No, wait, no, they're not. Ugh. We almost done with this fortification. Meh. Almost. About half done. We're getting there. Alrighty. All of our wood appears to be chopped. Let's see. Floor. 3, 4, 5. What is this? This is ultimately going to be our buffer to prevent plants from growing. We'll just do a little 5x5 there. That's 25 construction options for a mason. Won't be a super huge priority, but we're using blocks, which are considerably lighter to move, so we'll get people in and out quick. 5 idlers, I'm okay with that. 10% of your population idling isn't necessarily a bad thing, because idlers can do one of 2 things for the most part. Idlers will do nice things like socialize and throw parties and do fun stuff like that. And if they happen to be in the military, they'll do their own personal drills on their time. So that's always kind of an important thing to keep in mind. Okay, let's see if our... Okay, good. We've cleaned out our kill pit spot. We're going to smooth that out and turn those into fortifications here. And then so if any of the enemies drop down here, as our archers patrol down this pathway, they're actually going to go down to this, to a room down here.
Baby's been born. Oh, that's just
Oh,
great.
boy.
What about
What
the
are we
baby?
pausing on? It's not the infant girl, is it? Okay. I'm going to set this up real quick here to make sure this gets done. Because we moved that, that's right. So that'll be down here. Next, put that on the wrong floor. That's fine. Go down here, upstairs. Just a teeny tiny 3x3 room is sufficient. Alright, you guys are working on that. I'm going to hit save. We still have that weird glitch with little babies starving and stuff, so whenever you catch a baby announcement, save, reload. Doesn't take a long time, but it'll prevent you from having a dead baby, which is never a good idea. But unless you're like a eugenicist or something, then maybe that's a good idea. Alrighty, and a quick reload, and we should be good to go. There we go. Alrighty. Somebody's on dig duty, that's perfect. And this is the last room I'm waiting on so we can actually set up our patrols. So, come on. Really? You're gonna just leave the one square for the next guy? Lazy bastard. Training axes are done. Perfect. Get some buckets probably busted out here. Really taking your time on that one little spot. Come on. Junior, there we go. Alright. We want to carve fortification, which is an A. We got these smooth. And those will get turned into fortifications. Now, the whole big patrol thing. Patrolling is kind of a weird thing. Most people don't know how to use it. You can use it anywhere, depending on how you set up your alerts and things of that nature, but to set up a patrol, you're going to place basically location identifiers, and then you're going to build a route out of those identifiers. And we're going to start here, and the command is usually, if I remember right here, I think it's Shift N. Yeah, Shift N. And we'll go P for place. Name, we're just going to go northeast. Pat 1. There. And notice we got a little symbol there. We're going to come down here, we're going to put another one. Place, name, northeast, Pat 1. Actually, this is southeast. No, that's southwest. Ah, dang it. Southwest. Southwest, Pat 1. We'll rename, fix this one's name. It's northwest, Pat 1. Okay, come down over here, and you come over here. Place, name, southeast. Pat 1. Place, name, northeast, Pat 1. So we're basically just putting these points of interest or location notifications and things of that nature. I'll put one like usually around here by the training area, just so they kind of get around. Actually, let's use our statue. Let's put one right next to here. We'll go place, name, statue, Pat 1. Just so they get some outside fresh air. Now remember, we want them to walk past here, but if I put the patrol right here, they'll actually go outside and climb down to the other side. They'll go 3 blocks in any direction. So that can be a bad idea. So what we do is we're going to send them down here to this room in this corner. Place, we'll call it name, kill Pat 1 for the kill pit. Alright, so there's all of our locations. Now, how to make a patrol out of this. Not terribly difficult. You notice as we have it highlighted, there's an option over here on the right which says routes. Add route. We're going to name this route Fortress Pat 1. Okay? Now we need to E for edit our waypoints. We're going to add waypoints to this patrol. And we just go over this one. Add. Come down here. Add. See how it's drawing the line now? It's always a loop. It's a circle. Add. So you can kind of see it kind of gets a little weird here. Add. So there's our 4 corners. You got to do 4 corners, otherwise they do really stupid stuff trying to make shortcuts. Then we're going to come over here and we'll add this one. Add. So now they're going to come down there at some point. Then we're going to go down to our little kill pit and we'll go add. Press B to go back, escape out. So now we have a patrol. We actually have no control over where they're going to pick up on that patrol. You'd think they're going to start where I started the route. No. Half the time they don't. They just pick a random waypoint and then start going from there. They do tend to follow the order though, which is good. They may follow it in reverse, forward or backwards, but they do tend to, once they pick a spot, go about their business. So that's why I always do those 4 corners first. Now we can go to military schedule. And here's that patrol team. Scan out all of their stuff here. We'll go up here and shove it in order. Press it a couple times. First thing I want to do is get some people training. Let's just do 4, shift enter. So now they have a training order. O, find the patrol. See where it's right there? It's going to go patrol route. Our route is there, Fortress Patrol 1, and I just want to put 2 people on it. Then we can copy and paste. There it is. Now we have a patrol set up, so some guy's going to end up walking around, 2 of them usually. We don't know which 2, we don't care, it's fire and forget. And we should see at some point some guy making the rounds around that perimeter. We should also hopefully see some people doing some arrow training once we actually get some bolts made, which we should be starting to get through some of those at some point. We've already smelted some ore, we've got some totems made, we still don't have any bolts though. We have to double check our the hell is I'm looking for here? Our brain fart, need more coffee. Let's check our skills in Dwarf and Therapist. Make sure we've got that bolt making covered with bone carving. We've got plenty of bones and debris down here, so we might as well get that used up. It's mostly shells, so hopefully we get those used up for helmets in the not so distant future. Next Sunday AD. Alright, so that's almost done. Build bed. We'll put his bedroom, and let's put him back here. There we go. Okay, let's make sure all these interior doors are set to interior. So S to flip that. Alright, I need a table. Planning mode sufficient. A table, and we need a chair. Planning mode's fine. We'll put a chair here. And don't ask me why I do this, but I put another chair on the other side of the table. I'm assuming it's his office, so it would make sense to me that he would sit in one chair, and if he's having a meeting with someone, they'd be like in the other chair. So I don't know if it functionally works that way. It just looks better that way to me. So you can take this corner and turn it into your own little dining hall, but I'd rather have them socializing out here with everybody else. In the socialist dictatorship that is my fortress, you will be forced to have social interactions with everybody regardless of economic status. If you do not appreciate my policy, there is a lever with your name on it with lava far below. Alright, we're creeping up on 12 idlers. I don't really like that, and I know we need a lot of bone work done. So, I'm going to hop over to Dwarven Therapist, and I'm going to make sure all the commoners have bone guarding. At this point, I'm not terribly worried about quality. I'm just worried about getting those bolts, totems, and that junk recycled. Okay, wooden wheelbarrows are complete. Buckets are also getting completed, which means that we'll finally get some milking done and some cheese made and that kind of stuff. So, all the better. Food we're looking a little short on. Q meal. Let's go with 30 meals. Easy meals. There we are. Okay. Alright, let's put you on repeat. Add T repeat. Just want to use up that rock at this point. What we got here? Blocks are on repeat there, we're fine. Bone stuff is going fine. Let's go with rock. Crafts repeat. Mugs repeat. Instruments repeat. Pots repeat. We can never have too many pots. They work just the same as a barrel and don't take wood. We'll go with toys and hives there. They can burn through some of that. It's mostly granite there, so I'm not too terribly worried. But now that we have a little bit of our carpentry freed up, our fortifications should go just a little bit quicker. You look like you stalled for something, no? Alrighty, we're doing okay. Let's start doing some selective mining here. Let's see if we can just grab a little bit more of that hematite there. I think that's hematite. It's either hematite or magnetite. Either way, it's iron. Yeah, it's hematite. So we'll start chipping away at our iron possibilities, our iron options, because we want to get into as much iron and iron weaponry as quickly as we can. So we want to get there pretty quick. We've already gotten through most of our chopping duties, so I'm going to put some of those training axes to good use. Build, trap, weapon trap. We're going to throw just another one right here. And we are going to use up as many of those training axes as possible. There, done. That'll pull 10 of them out of the pool. We don't need as many as we did earlier, so. And again, the whole idea of this trap hallway is we don't care if the trap kills them, hurts them, or injures them. We want them to dodge out of the way and fall down. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A depth of 5 shouldn't kill them. We don't want them killed, but it should hopefully either bruise, stun, or cripple. And the main reason we don't want them necessarily dead is, remember, we have that patrol going by. We want them to have the opportunity to take some free target practice. And when they're stunned, they're not dodging. We still have to worry about things deflecting and that kind of junk. But outside of that, it's a good training opportunity. Let's take a look here. Who's doing what? Unknown material, no, blah, blah, blah. Unknown material, smelter, blah, blah. Here we are. Okay, so we got some guys doing some individual combat drills. Again, that's something that people in the military will do whether they have training or not assigned. They'll just kind of chill on their own time. We'd like to see some options for drills and demonstrations being done, but hey, if they're just chilling and they're doing their thing, I ain't gonna argue with them. That's just free training. Ultimately, once we have about maybe 120 dwarves, then I go to mandatory military service. Every male is in the army. We just roll as many squads as we have to. we'll drop down the training requirement to about 4 dwarves per squad, and that'll keep everybody doing something useful. There's another advantage to that is because once we have armor and equipment going, even when they're in their civilian duties, they're going to be wearing that armor and equipment. It gives us just that much more survivability option. You know, if they're out cutting wood accidentally, at least he's wearing a helmet, that kind of thing. Alright, so they're busy doing their stuff. Let's chip away a little bit more at this. Yeah, we could use the Dwarf DF hack tools for like digging out a vein. It's got its place, not when there's water involved. I can always correct it, but it just gives me something to do. Sometimes I just like to do things the old-fashioned way. Alright, so we got 2 bars out of that, maybe 3. We got a little bit of iron to work with now. And
No.
we got a heck of a bird supply starting. All those nests, all those possible hatchlings. Awesome. Let's check our egg count. 28, 57, 49. Good. Just need that first batch to mature, and then we'll be able to keep our butcher pretty busy. Now, about actually establishing a real industry here. Let's cut a hallway. Let's finish this entryway here first. 3. 1, 2, 3. And we'll cut down hallway here. This looks like about a decent size for. So we're going to need bower, carpenter, mason, crafter, crafter, we're going to need a tailor, we're going to need a soap maker, and then we're going to need our furniture production, which we're going to put right here because we need some room for that. Yeah, we'll cut you here. There we go. Now, the furniture production routine, which hopefully we'll be able to get to here, I'll explain. But the important thing is finished furniture has to go to the left of where your unfinished furniture is going to get processed. I know that sounds weird, it's just the way the dwarves work with their distancing and preferences and stuff. So we will put finished furniture right here. That'll be our finished furniture stockpile. I don't like doing it like that. Let's do. Let's do 2 off from the edge. Dig, dig, dig. There. That'll keep our miners plenty busy.
Sarah, baby's been born. Oh, that's just great. Another mouth to feed.
Another baby, huh? That's going to be a problem. Let's give it a little bit of time before we do our reset.
No.
Just so I can get this sorted out in my head. We are going to need a jeweler, but he's going to be handling that up here in our furniture, so we're okay. Alrighty, JMQ. Let's get our brew Q. 30. That's moving along. Our smoothing is for the most part complete. We can get the big bulk job done next. We're going to need more holes. so cold. There we are. Alright, something just finished. Buckets. That's fine. We like buckets. That's no biggie. Alrighty. Okay. Anybody actually doing the patrol yet? No, we're not gonna probably patrol until we get a wineskin or two going. Alright, what do we have on this map that we can hunt? Giant sparrows. Alrighty. Our Mason's finishing up that corner. A long ways to go, but don't worry about that yet till after our first siege, whenever that happens. Okay. Alrighty, how are we doing on farming? Our farm's getting utilized well. Really like to see some more activity up here. Let's switch that to watermelon line. Those guys process through that. Our original 2 offices are still chilling away. Done our initial smelting. How are we doing? We did 30. Used up at least, yeah, just shy of 15. KMQ. Let's get another charcoal job. 30. Alrighty, we're okay there. Good. Making progress. I even got to start a little early today.
No.
Alright, let's see what animals we've got that we can get rid of. Looking for mules, donkeys, horses, things of that nature. Cow, calf. Marky for butcher. Piglet. Here's some of these pet. Damn. Horseful, don't care. Donkeyful, don't care. Mule, don't care. Everybody else is pretty useful. That'll also sneak us in just a little bit of leather. Not a lot, but it's something. And we're also going to need a hospital at some point, so as we get that popped open here too. First things first though, I gotta shape it. Let's go dig. Like so. 3. Crud. That's not gonna work either. Dig. Let's go here. We'll shape it this way. 3. 3. There we go. 2, 3. 3. There we go. Perfect. Why 3 stalls? Table in the middle can be used for surgery. Traction bench to one side, normal bed to the other. Just in case. Like so. Just give us a little working room there. Just set 3. There. And then we can have a pair of doors right here. There. Nice shape hospital. You'll be able to throw a bunch of beds, tables, all sorts of fun stuff in there. For surgery. my miners? Why are my miners not doing awesome stuff like mining? Butchery, furnace operation. What are you guys doing? That's what I want to know. No job, no job, no job. Oh, why did it? You gotta be doing something. Amost, what are you doing? Unit. Amost, miner. Oh, you're hauling stuff in stockpiles. Alright, well that explains it. Alrighty. Make sure all of our rooms are designated. No, of course not. Better. Okay, we're doing okay. Bed 30, bed 30. Just get 60 of them out there in the ether. Let those guys address it. Everybody has carpentry still too, so this shouldn't be much of an issue. Finish the wall, please. Making me nervous. Looks like somebody's going to be sent to the butcher shop here. Hopefully they're getting that taken down and cooked up. Ooh, sweet delicious silk. Soon. Aha! Somebody just grew up to be a gander. Means that bird explosion should be getting close. Hopefully. I'm hoping. Alrighty. Looks like we got a save coming in. It's a lot of crappy stone still that gotta get used up. Pause. A lot of stone. Alright, I'm gonna hop over to Dwarf Therapist and going down to my miners. I'm clearing all their labors except mining. I need this dig operation done and over with. I'm actually going to crack my office door. This is just outrageously hot down here. There. That'll do. Get some much needed airflow. Alrighty, what do we got here? Littering end, littering end, littering end. Alright. Okay, good. So right now I've got all 4 of my craft dwarves workshops up and running and doing stuff, which is the key big thing here. I think at this point I'm going to go JMQ Silver Warhammers 10. I'll get that stuffed in the queue too. I don't think I have a weaponsmith yet that can do metalworking like that, but we'll get a forging team up and running here soon. Ooh, somebody's throwing a party. Ooh. Ah, the mayor. Throwing a party up in the Up at the statue in the middle of a rainstorm. Deja vu. Not the sharpest mare. Alrighty, now if you look over here, somebody has done some training.
Dwarf work.
Right up here, we've got some arrows down in that pile. If they miss the target and they drop down to Z level, it doesn't break the arrows. So we can go BC and reclaim those arrows. And they can get reused. Cuts down the amount of bone arrows you end up wasting. Eventually we're going to get rid of bone arrows altogether. Once we have enough of our smithing industry up and running, then we'll be hammering that out pretty quick. Alright, now for those shells, I think I'm going to need an armor smith. Let's check and see who we've got available, if anybody's got any propensity for that. Doesn't look like it. I am going to grab our first female commoner. I'm going to clear her labors, make her a crafter, and I am going to give her armor smithing. So we now have our first official armor smith, who probably has no interest in armor smithing, but hopefully we can replace her later. But we need those shells converted. We need helmets. We need helmets bad. And let's make sure all of our soldiers have mechanic.
No.
Which they do. Good. Alright. So hopefully, yep, he's loading the weapon trap now, so that's a good sign. And JMQ leather bag. I need as many leather bags as I can get, especially if I'm going to be doing sanding. Now, hey, we got somebody training. There he goes. He's doing his thing. That's a good thing. He gets skill when he misses. He doesn't actually get skill when he hits, which seems backwards to me. Our fortifications are done. Good. Now we can start worrying about a roof. Because if we get a flying monster mount, like a giant grasshopper, we are in trouble. Build. Construction. Upstairs. We're going to pick a spot right by this wall. We'll go upstairs here. And we'll make it out of... we'll make it out of blocks. Why not granite?
Sir, you
Get
can't
our
do that.
masons something to do. So, we've got a supply of arrows. We've got people coming in and training correctly. Well, as correctly as they're going to. Which is fine. We have no sign of enemies yet. Our wildlife is actually pretty tame here. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping for a little bit more aggressive creatures because I went with untamed wilds, but I think our biome is pretty timid, to say the least. Alright, how goes our mining? We should be mining like gangbusters at this point. Yep, our hospital's done. Little door. Alright, we need a couple things in a hospital. We need some cabinets, and we need some containers of some sort. So build F. We're going to put cabinet, cabinet, cabinet. I put coffers here. I don't actually know if they use coffers. It's a cosmetic thing, I guess, for me. Bed. We'll wait on until they get that smoothed out. I like my hospital looking halfway decent. And we're going to put a well in here somewhere. Actually, let's use this. Dig. H. That's where we'll put a point for our well to go in later. We're going to divert the river and get a cistern going here in the not-so-distant future. Once we get the furniture production part done, then we'll get in on that. Why are there arrows being stored in my food stockpile? Is that just you guys swapping out? Yeah, I'll have to get a barracks, a proper military barracks built here where we can store equipment and whatnot at some point, but we only do so many things at a time. Looks like somebody's working on a silver warhammer. Oh, silver warhammers. Military intercept team. We are going to go for N for uniform. Yeah, we're going to go C add name uniform. We'll call it the Silver Guard. Just because, why not? Armor, we're going to go with, and I do not have my quick reference, so we'll just go with one layer. We'll go with a mail shirt, breastplate, cloak. I think that's all I really need to worry about there. Legs, we're going to need, we'll go with leggings or greaves, if I remember right. Actually, I should have that somewhere. If not, I remember where to get it. And for those of you that are wondering, Reddit's got a nice quick reference. War Fortress reference. I gotta remember my layering. There it is. There's a series of PDFs. I got them stashed in my system somewhere. I just don't remember where. There it is, military cheat sheet. There we are. Alright, and then we wanted for legs, we wanted 2 trousers and a greave. I don't want to do double up, so trousers, greaves, helm. It's a helm and hood. Helm and hood. Mittens and gauntlets. Alrighty, and we need socks and high boots. I'm not going to worry about the socks. If they're going to wear socks, they'll wear socks. Shield, yes, we want a shield. And for weapon, we want warhammers. Now we can adjust the materials. I don't really care about the materials on anything here, except for this. Silver. There. Once we have enough equipment going, we're going to flip over the uniform to the Silver Guard uniform, and then we'll have a little bit more competent equipment. Unfortunately, we lack everything listed. So, but we do have a supply of iron. We've got, I think it's marble. What do we got down here? It's no. I saw some material around here somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that was it. Marble. Okay, so we've got plenty of marble lurking around down here. And since we have this nice little convenient room, we can also dig that out later. So we can do steel. So hopefully we can get to that point. Alright, we are going to need a leatherworks. That's going to be our first one here. P. And leather is L. We'll do a quantum stockpile for this. I'm going to go down here. We're going to go 3 here, and then 1, which lines up nicely with our door. Build, C, stop. We're going to make sure it dumps west. Well, we don't care what it's made out of, so there's that. That's set for leather. We do not want any bins. No bins in our leather stockpile. Otherwise that would defeat the whole point of quantum stockpiling it. Alright, we need H for a route. We're going to do the same thing we've done every time here so far. We're going to go R for new route, name, leather 1, stop, cancel all that out, take from this pile, give it to that pile. What are we going to give it? Leather. Don't care what kind, and we're going to assign it a vehicle. We are out of minecarts, so go JMQ, wood, minecart, give me 10 more of those. Build, workshop, E for leather. Sure, we'll make it out of granite. I don't care. Done. Ah, crap. comes the boss and a caravan. Great. What does the mountain home want this time? We have an opportunity though. We have been generating some craft goods. We might be able to actually get something out of this. First things first, let's go down here. We need a trader, move goods. We should have a bunch of stuff already marked if that tool is working, but I'm more interested in food. Go select prepared food barrels. Not terribly worried about that, so alright, done. Sort by value. Do I have anything else that's of high value? A couple steel crossbows, silver warhammer, we're not parting with any of those, sorry. Plant barrels, don't care. Alrighty, I don't think the out of stock, oh yep, mark 29 items for trade, so those guys will hopefully start digging out all of the stuff that's there. I'm going to make sure all of my dwarves, sorted by race, you guys can't see this, I'm going to make sure everybody has trade good hauling. Everybody and their cousin should be moving stuff to the trade post now. Ooh, we do have some big heavy stuff in this area. What are those? Wild boars? I'm gonna get me some hunters here, hopefully. Hunters are always a good thing once you have some iron bolts or copper bolts or stuff like that going. Problem is once I do this trade, my fortress value is going to go through the roof, so I can just start smelting everything, because at this point, the dwarves are, if the goblins are coming, they're going to come and they're going to come hard. Well, that can be taken out of context. Maybe it's not taken out of context. Who knows what goes through a goblin's mind? They're into that kind of thing. I don't know. So if you look over here, you can see our quantum stockpiling deal is working out pretty good. Very short trips, moving a lot of material, a lot of crafting stuff that we're not going to be terribly sad about missing, so this is a good thing. The only thing I wish it would pause when my trader got there. Alright, what do we got to work with? We've got shift enter. We've got a fair amount, about 6,583 to work with. This isn't too bad. Unfortunately, this is also incredibly boring to watch on a stream, so I'm going to try to make this quick as possible, because trading is never interesting. We do know we're going to need water skins. Our military, they need flasks and water skins to carry water around. They also need backpacks. So that is an issue. Anything that we can get that's got milk, barrels in general, basically if it's under 50, might as well just grab it. Let's see here. I do not want to mark all good for trade. So we'll just do this. Just because it gives me some free barrels for the most part. Booze, yeah, sure, why not? Don't need empty barrels. I am not buying Gremlin Sweat. I am not buying that on principle alone. Alrighty, down here, that is all expensive. Goofy crap. Ooh, Iron Warhammer. Mail shirts. Not terribly interested. That's all really expensive. We'll come back to that later if we've got any money left over. I don't mind picking up some real basic stuff. But to be honest, I'd rather pick up things like leather bags and things like that. Speaking of which, here's our bags. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a cheap bag and it's sand. I can always use sand. That's what I want the bag for. And sand, sure. White, that's pretty expensive. Rock nuts, blah. Don't care about chests. Gypsum. I do pick up gypsum plaster if I can, because you need it for casts for the hospital, so if you get an opportunity to pick that up, yes. Mule leather, yeah, just plain old leather bags I'm always happy to pick up. Black sandbag, seems a bit pricey, 60, white sandbag, 30 here. Okay, cloth bin. Try to pick up 2 or 3 cloth bins when I can, and any leather bins, because leather we need for bags, and bags, and bags. Did I mention bags? I think I did. More leather. That is a lot of cloth. I'd love to buy you out, but I'm not quite there yet. Bolts. Too expensive. Don't care about trade goods. Don't care about any of that. Food stuff, yes. Anything that we can make into prepared meals, because that's just instant profit. Yeah, I'm going to need both hands for this, though. I can't use the old Shift-Enter because that would mark everything for trade anyway, so I got to do the double enter. Yeah, plenty of plump helmets, not worried about that. Not terribly worried about all that, I'll get that stuff later. Thread, we can always use a little bit extra thread. Yarn, stuff like that. As long as it's not terribly expensive there. Backpacks. I'll take any cheap backpacks I can get. No. Cheese, always handy. How are we doing? Yeah, we're over. 1-to-1 trade is fine for starting out. See if we can get them about the right same price. Alright, let's see if he'll take that deal. Good. Alright.
We can't do it.
We're in like Flynn. That should hopefully get us the leather we need for the beds and all that fun stuff. I need a leather worker though. I need a full-time leather worker. So I go up here and back in Dwarven Therapist, I just grab a random commoner. That's what they're there for. Probably grab one of the females because all the males are going to end up getting drafted. Clear all laborers, customize, crafter, and you are now my dedicated leather worker, whether you like it or not. There. So that should take care of some of my sandbag issues, which means I can also do this. Let's go here, add new task, collect sand, repeat.
How do you think I can do this?
Collect as much sand as we can get, and we want serrated glass discs. We want at least 20. So we can fill a full trap of 10 and then put that at the staircase and then one at the very end of our trap hallway. That'll be our coup de grace trap. If they make it past everything else, we're going to slice them up like bacon. And if they survive that, then we are in trouble. Let's see here. Okay. People are hauling leather down. This is great. Quantum stockpile is moving. Our first leather crafting room is done. Put a door on that. Build door. But sir, why would you put a door on a crafting area like that? In case the guy inside goes batshit insane, we can lock the door. That way when he tries to eat somebody's face, we can just wait him out, let him die of starvation, and then address the leftovers. Alright, let's do one last check up at our trade depot. See if there's anything left that we carried up that we can trade out. Not terribly much. I'm going to offer that as a gift, just to make the mountain home happy and they can get off my back. Alrighty, so we are effectively done trading. I can call off the trader. There, R. There we And he can go about his business. Double check and make sure that burrow is empty. Yep, it is. Okay. So far, so good. Let's see here. I need to check my stockpiles. Just to get a general idea here. Liquids, globs, seeds, weapons, ammunition. Nothing I'm looking for. Tan hides. Okay, good. We have some leather. Fair amount of cloth. Some decent amount of thread. Okay. Let's see if we've got any of our cabinetry installed yet. Nope. We're still working on that. Our furniture production area is getting cleaned out. That's almost done. That'll be a big help. Hospital's looking pretty good. Good. Decent progress. Still nervous though, the fact I haven't seen any invaders. Let's see here. What did you miss, Elzer? Me rambling incessantly. We started building our workshop area. We got some successful trading done, and if you didn't catch that part. Our fortification at the top is complete. We set up a patrol. So our archers are patrolling and also practicing. We actually have some leftover arrows here. And that's pretty much it. We've had a couple births, and that's all she wrote, really. In fact, we had a birth a while ago. We need to double check and make sure that kid isn't starving to death. So we're going to hit a save here real quick. And we're going to do a quick reload because of that weird glitch with starving babies. So, good habit to get into. Yes, we know you're saving the world information. Time to trim the mustache finally. Starting to get actual condensation from this thing on it. That's a weird sensation. Alrighty, and we'll reload so we don't have starving babies. We do not like starving babies. Check and see how our manager's doing. Easy meals, fine meals, milking animals, making cheese. We're doing okay. Our bolt production's almost complete. That's really nice to see. Almost done with our metal smelting. Got some helmets made. All the better. Charcoal's still working away. We're making some beds. Warhammers are half done. Leather bags are getting made. All right. Giggity, giggity. Alrighty, we got 5 idlers. That's be about expected. Uh-oh. Crafter is taken by a Fey mood. That was the guy who was smelting. And he's got a kid.
You there, this workshop's mine now.
Okay, he's taking up our mason workshop. He's grabbing a giant boulder. I gotta give him props. He's carrying a kid and a boulder. Dude is pumped. He's no girly man. Wow, a single stone constructed item is gonna be a fucking mug. I just know it. Mark my words, be a damn mug. Yeah, that is true. That is a glitch that only would make sense in Dwarf Fortress. And it's the only game where people aren't upset over a weird glitch like that, because that's just too damn funny. Alright, something finished. What was it? Easy meals? Good. Which is good because I got 2 barrels in my food stockpile, and that ain't looking very good. I need a lot more food in that pile. That's making me nervous. Alright. finish that artifact. Animals. Oh, stray reindeer bull. Great. By the time we get around to butchering that little calf, he'll be fully grown. Can't go wrong. Jesus, what is he making? Game hasn't slowed down that much. It's 47 frames. Grief. Please be a door. Ooh, it could be a door. Oh, that'd be nice. Artifact door. Jeez. That would be awesome if it was an artifact door. Alright. While he's doing that, our bed has been installed for our mayor. We can go make a bedroom. We expand it out to the whole room. Sign bed. The mayor. There. Alright, back to watching for our artifact.
An artifact has been completed.
It's-
it will be engraved
Meh.
for years to come upon
It's a
our
coffin.
walls. I hope one gets in my room.
It's not super awesome, but we do need to bury our dead. So, speaking of which, that does remind me, I need a place to bury my dead. Let us go with the crypt model. We'll go dig J, put a little staircase over here, going down. Then we'll go up, and then we'll bury our dead over here. Go like that. And then we'll come here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Like so. Yeah, it'll work. Plenty of space for the dead. And we'll need a place of special honor for the first dwarf killed in battle, who will get that legendary coffin. 2. Right? Yeah. There, our first royal tomb. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, our first batch of 30 ore is complete. It looks like the turkeys have hatched. So we are getting a good supply there. Almost time to turn on Auto Butcher. JMQ. Let's go with smelt. Hematite. 30.
Yes,
Let's
I'll
get
do
us
it.
some
Here,
iron.
real quick.
Alright, we've used up all of our skulls finally. No more skulls. We've got one shell helmet done. Actually, we should have quite a few done. I think of it. Shell helmet. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of helmets. We're good. People have head protection. This is awesome. We're almost done. We need our cloth stockpile. That's an H, right? Yep. Doing the same pattern here. Cloth. Cloth. Build, C, stop. Make sure we dump to the west. Now we're going to build that right here. We'll go to the granite, we don't care. H for hauling, R for route, N for name, cloth 1. Stop, clear. Take from this, get to that. What are we going to take and give? All of our cloth options enable. There we go. There we go. Vehicle. Yeah. Still waiting on those mine carts. We'll get there. Build workshop. What the hell is it? I build them so very okay. So cloth workshop 1, cloth workshop 2, but cloth is a little bit of a different animal. We need a loom, which I think is, what is that? O? Yeah. We'll put a loom right here. Yeah, we got a granite, we don't care. We can always adjust the size later. Alrighty. see a silver warhammer lying on the ground there. I mean, somebody's picked it up and used it at least once. We're making progress. Alrighty, Z, double check our animals. Okay, so far so good. Okay, people are okay. We're okay. Bagger rams, we're fine. Okay, good. Let's get our dogs beefed up a bit. Search. Where is it here? Did not have a search out here. There it is, dog. And more train. There we go. Build kennel. We're going to need a kennel to train these dogs in. Put the kennel here. Yeah. Let's make it out of claystone blocks. And we'll need a little bit of a training area here. We'll use this one as well. There. And again, somebody will get around to training up our dogs as war dogs. Life will be good. Drinks, we're still on the decline on drinks. We're way up on food, but not on drinks. Add, let's do... No, we should be doing okay, jam. 3 drinks from... Wow, we're burning through a lot of booze. Alright, we're just going to have to put you on auto. Blue drink from Pratt, repeat, there. So, that is a bit of a problem. I know one thing we need. We need a quern. Just give me one.
Sir, I hate saying no to you.
We need to make sure we process some of our plants and whatnot best we can. Let's see here, JMQ. Process plants. 30Q. Process plants to bag. 30Q. Process plants to barrel. 30. We'll just get that out of the way for now. Don't have to worry about it. We have enough farm workshops where we don't care if any one of them gets log jammed. They'll just roll over to the next one. Alrighty, there to finish up the crypt. Speed wedge Q, rock, coffin. Let's get 30 of those queued up. Anything we can do to use up some of our rock that we've got lying around, we're fine with. We've got statues on auto, we've got craft goods on auto, so that stuff will start getting chewed up and used up. So build, what is it, P? No, it should be P. I forgot, what is coffin? There it is, N, there we are. Mining mode. Let's go with, let's do pets here. And then we'll go people. If I remember right, planning mode will not use an artifact, so we still can make our little special crypt here. Because we want this to be awesome, because this is some dude's crypt. Let's make it out of granite blocks. Once the floor is in, then we'll put some statues in there, and then we'll put the legendary artifact coffin in there for our first killed in battle dwarf.
Everyone's invited.
Silver warhammers are complete. Excellent. Things are moving along. got people training, but it's going to take ages and ages for people to get halfway decent. Okay, let's go down here, and we're almost done with our furniture. And then all of this space will make some sense. It's also where our jewel crafter is going to be applying his trade. But we need a little bit of space to work with here. Yeah, this setup is what we're going to refer to as a decorate once workflow. We're going to set up a series of handoffs from stockpile to workshop, workshop to stockpile, all the way down, and the finished product is going to go down here in this lower left room. So, alright, they're out of there. First things first, we need some gem stockpiles. And we're going to put our first gem stockpile here. No quantum stockpiling needed. In fact, we want to be able to visually see what we're doing. Now, unlike normal circumstances, we only want uncut gems here and no bins. So we only want rough cut gems. And there we are. Okay. Build, workshop, jeweler. And we're going to put a jeweler right here. We'll make you out of marble blocks, sure. Actually, stone. Where's marble? I do not want marble green. I want to save my marble for flux stone work. We're going to put another stockpile for gems right over here on the other side. This stockpile, though, is only going to have cut gems. Okay. And our workflow, we're going to end up binding this to this stockpile here. We really don't care about these first two. They can come from any source. But we're going to have another stockpile here for furniture. Very specific furniture. That's about as much as we need. And the furniture we're going to store here is going to be not artifact, first of all. Material type, we don't care, but we don't want everything. We only want the stuff we want to decorate for our dwarves that they're going to like. Not even going to worry about doors. Mechanisms, don't care. Beds, yes. Traction bench, yes. Thrones, tables, statues are fine. Slabs are fine. Armor stands, weapon racks, cabinets, sure. Don't care about any of that. Boxes and bags, this is iffy because that's your coffers too. I don't mind decorating bags. Don't care about barrels, pots, none of that. So that's all that we're going to put in that stockpile. We're going to build another jeweler. He's going to go right here. Like so. We'll put him out of granite blocks. So we're going to have one jeweler shop that's going to do nothing but cut raw gems and make them into finished gems. The second jeweler shop is going to grab furniture and some cut gems, decorate it once, and then the output's going to go to another stockpile. From there, we're going to decorate it and then finally, it's going to go to the finished stockpile, which is probably where I'm going to start with this one next. Stockpile, refuse. So that finished product is going to go here. We're going to need another stockpile right about here of nothing but bones. We don't need a very huge one either. Forbid, forbid, forbid. We don't want skulls. We can do shells. No, yeah, we can do teeth. We're not going to do hair or wool. In fact, we can come back over to this, our cloth room, and we can actually turn that on and allow hair and wool in those stockpiles. Settings. No. Okay. There it is. No, that's the loop. I want the stockpile right here. There it is. No bins. No bins. Setting. Refuse. Because we can weave hair and wool. So It also means we need to make a slight adjustment to our route. Cloth, stop, and enable. There. Do I have a vehicle yet for it? No, of course not. Alright, so we'll wait for a jeweler. Guess what? We probably don't have a jeweler. Let's go grab one real quick. We're going to need at least a pair of them. Who is the least useful person here? Looks like you two. Clear all labors. Customize. Crafter. You are now my jewel crafters. If I can remember where that is now that they've removed all this stuff. Right, it is gem setter and gem cutter. Boom. Alright, so they'll get down and get those built out. Build workshop R. We need a craft dwarf, because the craft dwarf is going to take our bones and decorate that furniture. We need a second furniture pile. This one we don't have to be picky on, because it's only going to accept from links. Q, and then A will only take from links. So, now you can see why we have so much room. Just so we can have our stockpile appropriately. Now, you're wondering why we're going to put the finished product all the way over here. If I tell them to put beds down, I want them to use the decorated beds first. So dwarves naturally, kind of the northwest corner, work their way from left to right, top to bottom. So by putting the finished furniture as far to the left as possible from the unfinished, they're going to grab the finished furniture first. That's why it's always to the left. Alrighty, that out of the way, I also can prune our stockpile up here a little bit, because we now have a place for hair. We can forbid that. Horns, hoof. The only thing we don't have is skulls, and that's fine. We can store skulls up there, we don't care. Alright, so that's taken care of. Q. We know that we're going to feed this. Give to a workshop. We're always going to give it to that workshop. This we're always going to give to that workshop. Okay, they're going to finish up their gem cutting stockpiles here and the jewel crafting and all that jazz. Come on, hurry up. It's hard keeping some of this stuff straight in my head, especially with a bandana on this tight, but I'm so lazy to do my hair. Alright, both jewelry shops are done now. Not worried about linking stockpiles on those top two, but this one is important. So, give to this one, give to this one, and this one's going to take from here. And there's our handoff. So I can come up here now. Go to our overflow setting, furniture. I have a place now for beds, traction benches, thrones, tables, coffins, statues. Ooh yeah, slabs I said we can be decorated. Armor stands, weapon racks, cabinets, boxes and bags we're okay with. So, now we can start populating that stockpile. Lastly, stockpile. Furniture. Q. Will only accept from links. Take from this last crafter. There. So only stuff that's been decorated with a gem once, decorated with bone once, ends up in that last stockpile. And that's our single pass. One gem, one bone, deposit. They're hauling bones into that pile now, which is good. And on this pile, we can actually allow for bins. Not too terribly worried about bones.
It seems that every other day there's a new
Migrants,
method saying,
always a good thing.
"I'm here to work. I make
Not.
cheese,
Don't
but
even
I
bend
grind
it
down
down, but whatever.
jugs, but I milk things."
Okay.
Well, how many milkers do you think we need
And I can
here?
turn off
How many?
gems.
Do you see anything that can be milked here? Honestly, do you
Don't
think we want to
need
milk a
anything
maggot or
for-
something?
No rough gems, no cut gems. So, as you can see, the need for our top stockpile there on our top floor, that overflow stockpile, is getting less and less and less and less. Which is A-okay by us. Let's go back down here, and hopefully we'll start seeing this whole furniture setup start to populate. Notice all of our beds are ending up in there and things of that nature. 2, we can start stuffing this full of cut, repeat, cut, repeat, cut, repeat, cut, repeat, cut, repeat, cut, repeat, cut, repeat. You get the idea. And we'll let that get processed through. So now our jewel crafters and our jewelers and stuff will have plenty of work to do. We've got a bone stockpile nearby, so we know that we have resources to decorate stuff. So now, when we start populating our rooms, we can start specifying decorated only. You stole a steel crossbow? Not from me. I didn't make any and I didn't buy any. Must have been somebody that was coming in. How we doing? Booze is still dangerously low. I think I'm going to get a few more. I'm going to grab 2 more commoners. You're all laborers. Go ahead and make you into farmers. And I'm going to grab 2 more other commoners. And I turn you into brewers. So we should be up to 4 brewers now. Do a quick pass. Turning on masonry on our legendary guy. And because he's legendary, I'm going to give him a nickname. Set nickname. Shem, huh? Let's see. We'll call him the Sturdy. There, Shem the Sturdy. Alrighty, we got more dwarfs coming in, that's okay. Notice we have leather bags, that's good. How are we doing on our gatherings? Collect, no, there. Collect sand. We've got leather bags. You can collect sand. Our gems are starting to flow in. We'll start getting our stockpile going. All is good. Q, new, rock cabinets, 21, Q, rock, copper, 21. Gotta count for the hospital. There's 18, 19, 20, 21. Because there's 3 in each of the hospital rooms, so. Alright, so far so good. Food stockpiles are starting to rise back up. Hopefully booze catches up here. Why are you auto-looming stuff? No. Oh. I already told you, don't auto-loom. I need that thread for the hospital. Once we get the hospital stocked, then we can turn auto-loom on and life is good. So, hold on for just a moment. Alrighty. Much better. Okay. Bins are good. Second round of beds are almost done. In fact, they should be done. Unsuspend, unsuspend. Unsuspend, unsuspend, and unsuspend. Alrighty, and I'm short doors. Jam, Q, 2 doors into the hospital, 18, 19, 20. Rock, door, 20. Okay, so we can come down here. We can go add new task. We already have one cut, lapis lazuli, so we can go EFR. So I'm going to do it once, but you'll be able to see the processing chain go through then. Alrighty, in fact, let's do this, since this will be a little bit easier. Let's turn this off of repeat. JMQ, sand, 30, Q. We'll go with forge, serrated, green, there it is, and we need 20, there. Let the manager deal with that mess.
You won't be needing this anymore.
Where are you stealing steel crossbows? There's like nobody here. I don't have any steel crossbows up here. Alright, well that just reminds me I need to work on that roof. Build, construction, X for up downstairs. Go here. Make it out of these blocks, why not? Time for the great roofing. It usually takes about 2 years to do a roof, so once you commit to building your roof, it's a pain. So hopefully we have enough blocks that we've been dealing with. Our roof is going to look like Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoats prop, but it'll have to do. What did we finish? Another brew job done.
The dwarves have organized a
I think we
party.
put it on repeat, didn't we? Yeah.
Everyone's invited.
Repeat there. Alrighty, just to make sure we have a safety net here, I think
I said no.
time for another farm plot right here. Right there. We're gonna need to get some more brewing done. So hopefully we get enough above ground stuff working, but that ain't gonna happen in the immediate. Working on the floor.
I can't do it. I just can't.
Alrighty.
It won't work.
And take, okay, so that's good, that's set up. So we're just waiting for somebody to actually head to the jeweler's shop and move that item out. I think if it's, we do a T, we can see it in there. Yep, and it's been decorated once. So we're just waiting for it to get put in the appropriate stockpile, and then we're going to fire off
Sorry, I can't do it,
Um,
sir.
fire off the remaining. Yeah, it's I tend to I trust my dwarves to do what they do, and if they screw up, well, they screw up. So nothing I can do about that. Let's see here. That one's done. Alright, so we have a clothes maker now. This is a good thing. I need at least 2 more haulers. We got 7 commoners left. I'm going to grab 2 more here, convert them, clear all labors, customize hauler. We got 2 more as haulers now. Alright. Now the reason I don't put my gems in a bin when they're uncut is so I can visually see which job I can kick off that's going to have the best return before getting canceled. So if I see a lot of red gems, I can figure out what most of them are in a quick glance and then queue that up as the decoration job. So I'll pause here again. You can see the workflow. We end up taking all these. We turn them into cut gems. We feed the cut gems into this workshop. We take our furniture, feed it into this workshop. It ends up down here. Once we have some furniture down here, we're going to feed that furniture into here, decorate it with bone, and then it's going to end up down here. Plain and simple. Plain Jane. So now I can go like this, for instance, and I can go add task. Usually it's in, what is it, A, B, Shift B, R. Now, there's a catch to this. If you don't link the stockpile, he might run up here and grab something and decorate it without it getting a gem. But because we're forcing the stockpile flow, he shouldn't be sneaking stuff out of this pile. So, as long as we get that up and running, we're good. Normally, you'd wait till your stockpile is full and then start kicking it off, so you have a big uninterrupted batch. But for the sake of what we're doing here, we're fine. Alrighty, now let's see here. We're doing okay there. We can officially start turning on our automatic smelting. Collect sand is going. Okay. Blocks. We should have a stockpile for blocks. Wasn't I stashing blocks up here? No, I wasn't. Fair enough. We are going to need blocks though for our big roof jobs, so I'm going to do this. Pile. Bars and no, I got a bars and block around here somewhere. Anyways, we're gonna put it right here. Q setting. This one though, we don't want metal. We only want stone and clay. Bars and blocks. Forbid stone and clay. Build city stuff. Make sure we're dumping south. There's blocks there. I'm pretty sure I had a block pile around here somewhere, isn't it? No, that ain't it. I'm hauling. Yes, I do have a bars. I think it's probably down here somewhere though. Where did I stash that? Did I put it up here? Yes, I did. Settings, there it is. Alright, so we can forbid stone blocks. And that'll give us a nice stockpile, start moving everything up here where we're going to end up needing it. H. Route. Name. Stone blocks. 1. Stop. Take from this pile. Give to this pile. What are we giving it? Bars and blocks, but only stone and clay. And I have a minecart built so far. Still need one for cloth, but we need the one for bricks more than anything else. Alrighty. We still behind? Man, drinks are barely holding steady. Not good. Not good at all. Down and reclaim some of our bone arrows. PC. And there is another trick that we can do to make our lives just a tad bit easier, which I'm going to probably set up right now. Take like this, like this. The ramps that are here. What we're just going to end up doing is we're going to make those stockpiles underneath where the arrows drop. We're just going to make little stockpiles for ammo there. And that will just restrict that stockpile to bone arrows. We want our metal arrows to be in our barracks when we build that out. That way, they can just go down there and grab them as they need them. So, that'll do. That'll do. Build N. Planning mode off. I want a very specific one here. Our artifact one.
It won't work.
Build. I'll do manual statues in there eventually. Build door. This one I do want decorated. Don't really care what it's decorated in, but there. Now the crypt of our first fallen soldier is taken care of. Whenever that happens. Let's make sure we're not getting any unnecessary finished goods in here. That's traded away, traded away, traded away. That's fine. Traded. That can stay. Totals we trade away there. I'll just keep our overflow just a little bit cleaner. Getting there on gems. It's going to take them a while to skill up. We don't have anybody that came equipped with that skill, so it's going to take them ages to get up and running, get their flow. Flow? Yeah, flow. That'll work. Flow. Alrighty, I'm going to probably cut this at about the 15-minute mark. To split this like I did the last series into a pair of videos, but that's fine. I actually got a little extra playtime today, so I'm happy. Speaking of which, before I forget, build bed. We want them decorated. And let's put in all of our hospital beds. Bed. If anything, we want everybody's hospital stays to be pleasant. Table. And then we want traction benches, planning mode, decorated only. And our traction benches there, and that solves our little 3-bed bay setup. That way if they ever have to do surgery on a table, then they only have to move them 1 unit to either location depending on how severe their injuries are. Or at least that's how it's supposed to work. Oops, I forgot the middle. So that should give us, if I remember right here, it's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Enough for 14 dwarves at any one point in time. And if I've got more than 14 dwarves in a hospital at once, I have bigger issues. Are you putting those in bins? I don't want those in bins. I just want to turn bins off. Bins off. Good, we can finally start on our smoothing project. I think I can pull these 2 out now. Don't care. We're going to remove that one, and we're going to remove that one. Alrighty, I got 5 more minutes. Will you decorate any of your already placed beds too? Yes, what we are going to actually do, this last room down here on the right is going to be all decorated. Once that room is done, we're going to pull out this one. Then we'll do this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one will get replaced last again. Same for like the mayor's bed. He's going to get a new one over here, and then we'll pull the old one out. And this actually should have statues in this, right? Double check, make sure. Yep, good. Alrighty. Yep, we're going to do the same thing in the dining hall. We're going to actually redecorate a full set of tables and chairs on the right side, and then we're going to refinish going back to the other direction. Alrighty. Brewing is still marching along just fine. This is good. And about time I integrate in my last migrant wave here. Integration wave. Not a new we get the last one, only 8. Clear all labors. Customize, base citizen. Sort of profession. I gotta get a bigger service. I need some serious hunters here, so let's grab. And they're all female for the most part. Damn. Yeah, we'll just throw you in a commoner status for now. We'll park you all in commoner, and then we'll sort you out at a later date and time. Alrighty, and we still need JM. Order. Armor stand. Give me 30. Q. Rock. 30. As well, so I can meet his requirements. We're gonna need B. No. H. We're gonna need a couple containers. Put in this little treasure room here. H. H. He's gonna need a pair of cabinets at least. He's gonna need an armor stand. He's gonna need a weapon rack. Totally forgot about all those details. Hopefully we get that taken care of here before he has a fit. Yeah, all of our tables and chairs in the main dining hall are also going to be metal, so we'll the stone and chairs and tables elsewhere. So we're just waiting for some space in the smelting queue here. Alright, let's see here. Collect sand. Still working on all those sand jobs, huh? We're doing okay. Yes, smooth. Door. Build door. There we are. Don't need it decorated. Just need to make sure these are closed off. Okay, closed, closed. Okay, we're good. Time to spruce up the dining hall just a hair. Okay, let's do this. What we got here? Like sand, 22 out of 30, huh? That's fine. We can do R. Add. Repeat. 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 And that should be sufficient. That way I don't forget. Oh, that guy's gonna be slow for a while. And it's gonna really suck. Build bed, not decorated. We don't care at this point. We're only concerned about that last set. Just give us some more temporary room. it's our barracks isn't anywhere close. Our dormitory isn't anywhere close to being at capacity, so we're not terribly worried there. It's just they're going to get cranky over a period of time if they're not getting their own room. All right, 6:15. I think I got about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours in today. I'm a happy camper. Again, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to be getting my normal evening routine, get dinner started, all that jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to stream tomorrow. Again, always depends. I only know about 15, 20 minutes before if I'm going to have a chance to do any streaming, so I apologize for that. But again, wherever you are, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. See you guys next time. And hopefully everything goes well. So let's hit save. And I am out of here. Again, if I can find the damn icon. Alright, thanks for stopping by.